It is one of the infamous rivalries, the Houston Texans, Indianapolis Colts battle red day. Is this going to be a great game? Are the Indianapolis Colts going to blow us out? Is Frank Wright going to have these Colts ready for these fighting Houston Texans? The simple question is yes to all those three. I do expect the Indianapolis Colts to handle the Texans. At this point, you're 2-9. You are what you are. You are a slightly above average defense. Say what you want about all the turnovers and interceptions we get. We still give up a lot of yards through the air and and a lot of yards on the ground. And then the offense for the Houston Texans is one of the worst we've ever seen in the past 10 years as a Houston Texans offense. Worse than the mass shot, multiple pick six game. That's how bad this offense has been. No matter who the quarterback is, Tyrod Taylor or Davis Mills. The best game the quarterbacks had was Davis Mills against the Patriots. Tim Kelly has just shown he has no type of offensive skills inside his mind, no type of coaching credibility. Is going to get fired in the offseason. And that's why I think this Indianapolis Colts defense is gonna it's gonna handle this Houston Texans team. And it sucks to say that, right? I want to go in and say here that Tyrod Taylor could lead this offense to do great things. This running game is gonna get going. This offensive line is showing that it can block. The fact of the matter is it's not going to happen. And when you have Darius Leonard, who now is put on full participation from the Indianapolis Colts, DeForest Buckner, Kwity Paye, they still have Xavier Rhodes back there. This defense is stacked. After starting 0-3, these Indianapolis Colts have won 6 out of their last 9, which is damn good. And they should have won last week until Tom Brady did Tom Brady things and led the Buccaneers to a crazy comeback. With I believe 40 or 4 seconds left. What's going to break the back for the Houston Texans is going to be the run game, which it's pretty much been for the Colts. Jonathan Taylor, who is probably going to be, should be in conversations for MVP. He is playing absolutely out of his mind. Only had 83 yards last week, though, but man, we saw his 205 touchdown game. Last time he absolutely torched the Houston Texans for 130 plus yards and a touchdown. And we're going to have to go up against them after having a horrible performance, in the second half where the run game for the Jets just gashed us. Tevin Coleman was just, it looked like every time he got the rock, it was a first down. If the Houston Texans want to stay in contention, it's going to rely on this defense. If the Houston Texans want to sniff, want any type of hope to win, this defense has to create turnovers. On our side of the field. Give Tyrod Taylor in this horrible offense only 50 yards to work with, and it's bound to work. It's bound to happen. That's how they won against the Tennessee Titans. They had the muff punt in the red zone, and then the strip sack by, I believe it was either Jacob Martin or Jonathan Grenard. Both of those two have been playing fantastic as of late. Speaking of those two, they have to dominate the edge. Quentin Nelson is coming back, from practice, as well as Darius Leonard. And we need to put pressure on Carson Wentz. He's taking good care of the football. Only 5 interceptions on the season. Had 2 last week against Tampa Bay. It's definitely looking like he can be a franchise quarterback for them. Shout out to Carson Wentz, man. I hate what happened to him. He was playing like an MVP to toward that ACL. We always have to worry about the dangerous T.Y. Hilton when he comes back to Houston. It always looks like he always has a great game against us, and it's kind of going to be the exclamation point if he goes off, which he most likely will, because we never have an answer for T.Y. Hilton. He's damn near had almost 1,500 yards against us, just as a versus the Houston Texans defense. The question on my mind is, how short is the leash for Tyrod Taylor? I think the experiment is coming to an end. It absolutely has to, until Nick Caserio or Cal McNair step in and say we have to see what we have in Davis Mills. How long is it until we see Davis Mills? What if Tyrod Taylor has another bad game because he hasn't played good in the past 2 and he just lost to the New York Jets? When do we see Davis Mills? That's going to be a question for another day. But overall, the Houston Texans against against these Indianapolis Colts who are fighting for, one of those last playoff spots. It's a tight race. They got the Raiders and I think they got the Chargers there. And it's a division game. They're going to try to get as close to Tennessee as they possibly can. So this is going to be an interesting game. Hopefully the Houston Texans have some fight. But at the end of the day, I do see the Texans falling to 2-10 and securing that number 2 overall pick and securing Aiden Hutchinson in the draft. But let me know what you guys think about this game. Are the Houston Texans going to put up a fight or not? Let me know as always. Go Texans. You guys have a blessed day.